This is AI Command App News. Here's what's moving markets in AI and technology today. Our top story: access to the most powerful AI on the planet is now officially a government decision. After a roughly 2-week block and weeks of negotiation with the Trump administration, Anthropic has been cleared to restore its most advanced model, Mythos 5, but only to a select group of around 100 trusted U.S. companies and government agencies. The reporting comes from Wired, TechCrunch, and The Verge. It doesn't stop there. OpenAI confirmed it limited the rollout of its GPT-5.6 model after a government request, while publicly warning that this kind of gated access, in their words, shouldn't become the long-term default. Why does this matter for business? Because the frontier model your product or workflow depends on can now be throttled, restricted, or switched off based on policy. Not price, not performance. Your AI roadmap just gained a political risk line item, and markets abhor a vacuum. TechCrunch reports Asian AI startups are already launching Mythos-like models with no export restrictions attached, and warns US labs may never recover that enormous overseas market. The strategic takeaway for leaders: single provider dependence is now a single point of failure, and provider flexibility is becoming a competitive advantage. Story 2. The AI boom is colliding with the physical world, starting with memory chips. Micron's earnings soared on surging memory prices, and that same squeeze is now hitting consumers. Apple just raised prices on Macs and iPads, and Microsoft is raising prices too, both citing the soaring cost of memory chips. CNBC reports the shortage has become, quote, an existential crisis for smaller electronics makers who can't absorb the cost. The signal for investors: AI demand is draining the memory supply chain, and that cost is flowing straight to your devices and your hardware budget. Memory is no longer a commodity afterthought, it's a choke point. Story 3. Follow the power. CNBC reports GE Vernova's massive gas turbines are now powering Elon Musk's XAI Colossus data center, and Microsoft just bought 7 of them for a single facility in Texas. On the market side, Investors Business Daily flags AI data center supplier Amphenol approaching a breakout after record orders. The lesson business leaders keep relearning: the constraint on AI isn't just chips, it's electricity. The companies selling the picks and shovels of the AI build-out, from turbines to connectors, are quietly becoming some of the most important names in the trade. Story 4. The markets themselves are flashing caution. Investors Business Daily reports the S&P 500 and Nasdaq slipped below their 50-day lines, with Nvidia extending a week-long slide and dragging the semiconductor index lower, though software names like Palantir rebounded. And legendary investor Jeremy Grantham of GMO is now calling this, quote, the most expensive stock market in American history. When the loudest bear and the hottest trade are both AI, the prudent move isn't to exit, it's to separate durable infrastructure from speculative hype. One more to watch: SpaceX is set to join the Nasdaq-100 effective July 7th, and the Trump administration is threatening a 100% tariff on countries that tax digital services, a direct shot across the bow of global tech revenue. So here's your bottom line for today: AI access is becoming political. The supply chain underneath it, memory, power, infrastructure, is becoming the real constraint, and valuations are stretched. For business leaders, the through line is control. Own your data, stay flexible on your providers, and watch the picks and shovels, not just the headlines. That's your AI news for today from AI Command App.